Find the equations of the tangent lines to the curve y is equal to the natural log of x divided by x at the points 1, 0 and e 1 over e, and then illustrate by graphing the curve and its tangent lines. So our function it's given is y, which is equal to the natural log of x divided by x. So in order for us to find the derivative, we're going to have to use the quotient rule. So the quotient rule tells us that to find the derivative, it's going to be the following. We have low, which is x, times the derivative of the numerator, which is natural log of x, which is 1 over x. And then minus, we have the derivative of the denominator, which is 1, times the natural log of x, over the denominator squared, which is x squared. So if we simplify this a little further, we get y prime, which is equal to x times 1 over x, which is 1, minus 1 times the natural log of x, which is the natural log of x, over x squared. So what we want to do is we want to find the slope for the first point. So in order for us to find the slope for the first point, we know the point is 1, 0. So what we need to do is we need to evaluate y prime when x is equal to 1 into the derivative function. So we have 1 minus the natural log of 1 over 1 squared. So the natural log of 1 we know is 0, so this is going to be 1 minus 0 over 1, which is going to give us 1. So we know the slope for the point 1, 0 is going to be 1. Okay, and then we want to find the slope for the point e, and then 1 over e. So that means you want to find y prime of the x value, which is e. So we have 1 minus the natural log of e over 1. Well, what is the natural log of e? Well, that is 1. So this is going to be 1 minus 1 over 1, which is 0. So therefore we get 0 for the slope. So what we want to do first is we want to find the line for the slope, or for the point 1, 0 using the slope 1. So we know the point slope form is y minus y1, which is equal to m times x minus x1. So we have y minus 0, which is equal to 1 times x minus 1. So therefore y is going to equal x minus 1 for that line. And then we want to find the line for the point e and then 1 over e. And we know that our slope for that is going to be 0 from part 5. So again, using the point slope form, y minus y1, which is equal to m times x minus x1. So we have y minus 1 over e, which is equal to 0 times x minus e. Well, that means we have y minus 1 over e, which is equal to 0, and therefore y is going to equal 1 over e. So therefore that is the line for that. So we're going to go ahead and graph this on Desmos. So we're going to first put in our function, which is, we want to find the equations. We want to illustrate by graphing the curve and its tangent lines. So we're going to graph the natural log of x divided by x. And then we're going to graph the next line, which is y is equal to x minus 1. So we have x minus 1. And then the next one is just y equals 1 divided by e. Okay, so let's take a look at this graph. So therefore we can see our graph. Okay, and so let's go ahead and copy that. Okay, so we can see that this line here, okay, which is x minus 1, is tangent to that curve, and we can see that the horizontal line at y is equal to 1 over e. So let's just go ahead and label those. So we know that the green function is y, which is equal to 1 over e. We know the blue represents y, which is equal to x minus 1. And the curve is what was given in the problem, which is y, which is equal to the natural log of x divided by x.